Afternoon. Remember, you can always interact with us on our social media handles indicated at the bottom of your screen. Now, with that said, my name is Dennis Otieno. I trust you're doing well. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, on to our top story this afternoon. President William Ruto is currently in LIMURU, Kiambu County, where he is attending the centenary anniversary for LIMURU Girls High School. Other leaders present include Education CS Ezekiel Machogu, Kikuyu Member of Parliament Kimani Ichung'wah, Senator Kimani Wamatangi, among others. Let's listen in to what was said earlier on.
Pamoja na wanafunzi hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Hebu nimsalimie hewani hivi nione. Asanteni sana. Mimi kwanza nataka nichukue nafasi hii nimshukuru Mungu kwa kutupatia nafasi tufike shule hii ya LIMURU Girls. Nilikuwa hapa 2018 na nimefurahi sana kupata nafasi ya kurudi hapa tena. Asante sana kwa kutukaribisha. Nimezungumza na wasichana wa shule hii wakati nilifika hapa na wamenieleza mambo mengi ya shule ya LIMURU Girls. Mwalimu mkuu pia ametupatia taarifa ya vile mambo yanaendelea katika shule hii. And in a very special way, I want to thank the parents. I have a very good report from the chief principal about your leadership in ensuring that this school is managed well. Pongezi sana wazazi. Asanteni. Mimi vile nimeongea na kiongozi wa wanafunzi. Amenieleza vile mko na nidhamu, vile mnafanya homework, vile na vile mnafanya bidii. To the student body, congratulations, pongezi sana. Leo mbali na mambo mengine mengi ambayo tumekuja kufanya, tumekuja kusherehekea miaka 100 ya Mungu kwa njia yake ya kipekee. Tangu ianze shule hii miaka 100 imepita, tukianza na walimu vile wanafunzi vile mmesikia wanafunzi 4. Leo tuko na wanafunzi zaidi ya 2000. Safari yote ya miaka 100, wanafunzi waliopita katika shule hii wamefika wanafunzi 13,000. 13,000 girls working in different places, different professions, have gone through this school. And with it, great history has been made by this school. And I am confident that this school shall continue to shape the future of many girls and the future of our nation. Na kwa sababu hiyo, tukisherehekea miaka yale Mungu ametujalia 100 imepita, vile vile tunatazamia kuungana na wasimamizi, wanafunzi katika pia kufikiria ni vipi shule hii itaendelea kutekeleza wajibu wa kupanga wasichana wa taifa letu la Kenya na elimu ya sawasawa. Ndio tuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi zaidi na Wakenya zaidi wanafaidika kutokana na masomo yanayopatikana katika shule ya LIMURU Girls na katika mashule zetu zingine zote katika taifa letu la Kenya. Nimesikia Ichung'wah amesema mambo mengi, chokes, sijui quartet. Hiyo mambo yote ni mzuri, lakini mimi
Our reporters are following closely up on that story, and they will be updating us further on it as it develops in our subsequent bulletins. But moving on, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has ruled out a handshake deal between the government and the opposition. Gachagua, who spoke in Mukurweini, Nyeri County, during an education event, said a handshake will defeat the purpose of the country holding elections. Gachagua urged the opposition to concentrate on their mandate of holding the government to account and move on from last year's election hangover.
Tunataka tuseme ya kwamba tukiwa hapa Mkurueni ya kwamba uchaguzi uliisha, na hiyo ndio ukweli. Juzi tulikuwa na former prime minister pale mazishi ya Mukami Kimathi, akasema tukue tukiongea ukweli, na tukamwambia ukweli ni uchaguzi uliisha, aende apumzike, awachie rais wetu nafasi afanye kazi. Si ndio? Hii maneno ya kuvaa sufuria kwa kichwa, hiyo ni maneno ya aibu. Na hii watu ya hapa Mlima Kenya wametuma mimi na rais ya kwamba maneno ya handshake hawataki. Ama mnataka? Mnataka handshake? Sasa tunauliza maana ya uchaguzi ni gani? Uchaguzi ni wale wameshinda, wanaendelea na serikali, wale wamekosa, wanakuwa opposition. Hii ya kusema ati wale walishindwa waletwe ndani, iko haja gani ya kufanya uchaguzi? Kwa hivyo Rais William Ruto na mimi na sisi sote tumesema hiyo maneno hakuna. Huyo mzee tumeona juzi akiona rais pahali anakuja anapigwa picha. Tumemkaribisha hata kesho. Akuwe karibu na rais apigwe picha. Iko hasara tutaenda? Hakuna, bora tu asilete mambo ya handshake.
Now, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has asked learning institutions to take care of students' safety, telling schools to ensure their drivers exercise extra caution while on the road. Mudavadi's call came when he unveiled 7 buses under the Njoro National Government Constituency Development Fund (NGCDF), where he regretted the high number of road accidents involving school buses. One such ugly incident was the Pwani University bus accident along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway that left 18 students dead in March this year.
Tukizindua hizi basi, nataka tu niwasihi particularly wale ambao watakuwa wakibeba watoto. Please always ensure the safety of the children is paramount. Mwaka huu tuliona ajali kadhaa ambazo ziliumiza sana wanafunzi katika sehemu zingine. So the ones who are going to be responsible for driving these vehicles and all other public vehicles in the country, please do not allow our children to perish because of reckless driving. Tukiangalia statistics katika taifa letu, tumeona kwamba saa zingine wale wanakufa kwa ajali ya gari wanashinda wale wanakufa kwa magonjwa tofauti.
Meanwhile, a section of leaders allied to the United Democratic Alliance (UDA) from West Pokot County have defended the government's proposed housing levy, saying it will resolve the borrowing question. The leaders cited that massive borrowing and external debts have greatly affected the country's economy. Speaking during a Thanksgiving ceremony at the Emboasis Secondary School, West Pokot Senator Julius Murgor urged legislators to pass the Finance Bill 2023, further noting that people at the bottom need resources and infrastructure for production. On his part, Deputy Governor Robert Komole wants the housing levy talks shelved until next year. The proposed 3% housing levy to be imposed to both employers and employees continues to elicit mixed reactions, with different parties including the Civil Servants Union and the Federation of Kenya Employers opposing the move.
Nafikiri kwa maoni yangu ningependelea hiyo mambo ya taxation ama mambo ya housing hiyo 3% ije kama next year wakati uchumi itakuwa imerudi, kwa sababu kulingana na saizi kuna walimu wetu, wafanyakazi wote wa county government na national government wako tayari kuwa na hizo contribution ya 3% unless it next year.
Tuliachiwa deni wale ile serikali ambayo ilitangulia iliendelea kuchukua deni, na kwa hivyo ikapanda kutoka pale Kibaki aliachia sana karibu mara 2-3, na kwa hivyo wenye wanakataa wanataka hiyo deni ipande, tuendelee kuchukua deni ambayo hii nchi ni vile nilisema itasink ama itauzwa, wenye wanakataa wakiwa hapo na hawatakuwa na la kufanya, kwa sababu nchi ikishindwa kulipa deni basi itakuwa bankrupt.
Now, from the deliberations of the housing levy to matters held in Kirinyaga County, and Kirinyaga County has confirmed 7 cases of cholera in their constituency. The county government has now intensified campaigns against the spread of the disease. Speaking during a sensitization forum at Ndia Technical and Vocational College, the County Executive Committee Member for Health, George Karoki, said the 7 cases have been reported in a span of 1 month. 1 person has been treated and discharged, while 2 others are in stable condition as they undergo treatment at Sagana Sub-County Hospital. The other 4 are under observation awaiting the results of their laboratory tests.
And we are here as a health department team to bring to the attention of our communities and our population in Kirinyaga County in that we have had cases of cholera in our county, and therefore we need to bring information to them so that they can be aware of what they should be expected to do. I want to mention and say that cholera has been in quite a number of counties in the country in the recent past, in the last 1 year. And Kirinyaga County, we have done a lot of awareness in our communities, and until last February is when we got a case or some few cases from Moya, and we learned and realized that there were important cases from our neighboring counties, because our neighboring counties have had cases of cholera. Currently now in our Kirinyaga County in Sagana, we have had this particular month about 7 cases of cholera, and we have been able to identify the village which is the culprit, that is Gasharu in Kirinyaga West, and also another case came from Kwavi in the same sub-county. We want to say that we have launched a massive campaign in terms of prevention and control of this particular disease in our communities. Our county health, our county health department and the leadership of the community of health in the county, involving the public health officers and healthcare workers, all the way down to the community health promoters. They are out there now giving information to our population so that we can control and prevent escalation of this particular disease.
In the central region, Nyandarua County leaders led by Woman Representative Faith Gitau have asked the government to revive cooperatives in the area and wipe out middlemen that have been taking advantage of farmers. Gitau, who was speaking at Kiambaga Ward during a water tank and sanitary towels donation to Kamande Primary School, reiterated the government's promise during the campaign period to help farmers in the region. She said that unlike other areas in the country that always enjoy dividends from their produce, Nyandarua farmers have never enjoyed any benefit from their produce. This, she said, is due to middlemen that have been exploiting farmers and lack of functional cooperatives to protect the farmers.
Saidia hizi cooperatives zikuwe strong, ndio hata tukipeleka maziwa yetu kwa KCC, na tunaomba sana tuamshe KCC kwa sababu hiyo ndio parastato ile serikali iko nayo ya maziwa. KCC yaamke ndio sasa wale competitors wako hapa kwetu hata wao waende kwao, kwa sababu wametutesa sana. Ule mtu anatutesa hapa Nyandarua ni Brookside, kwa sababu ni yeye tu anachukua maziwa. Hata wale wengine cooperative society zile zinachukua, tuko na Nyara, tuko na Olkalao Dairy, tuko na Kinagob Dairy, wote wakichukua hii maziwa wanapelekea Brookside. Na sasa tunasema KCC lazima iamshwe. Lazima at least maziwa yetu tuwe tukipeleka KCC, ndio inatusaidia sisi farmers, tunapata dividends at the end of the year.
Ana janga la environment imekuwa ni shida kubwa katika nchi ya Kenya. Wameamua siku ya leo tuwe na mambo au hafla ya upandaji ya miti katika area hii. Na washukuru zaidi kwa maana dunia tusipoangalia mambo ya environment, maneno ya nchi ya Kenya haitakuwa vyema.
Elsewhere, 8 people have been arrested during a crackdown conducted by the National Environmental Authority NEMA for faulting the water quality regulation and use of banned plastic bags. The team of NEMA enforcement officers led by Senior Compliance and Enforcement Officer Bakari Mangale raided several hotels and petrol stations in Malindi town and managed to arrest officials who were flouting the rules. Those owning tourism resorts had reportedly failed to comply with the law by not paying for the annual permit 5 months since the year started. Among the resorts raided in Malindi include Seaview Resort, Ocean Beach Resort and Spa, Diamond Dream of Africa, and petrol stations such as Mass Petrol Station and Ola. During the raid, the enforcement team was accompanied by uniformed and non-uniformed police officers.
This time around we have a nationwide operation on 2 items. One is for the banned flat bags, of which since the ban we still have people who are utilizing them, which is illegal. And 2, we are on operation for a very old regulation, which is the water quality regulation of 2006. And for this one, we are looking at all establishments which generate or discharge effluent to the environment. They are required by that particular regulation to be issued with an effluent discharge license. So this is a countrywide exercise. For the coastal region, we have been in Taita Taveta, Kwale, Mombasa, and today we are here in Kilifi County. For the Kilifi County, we have managed to arrest about 8 who are non-compliant, and the 8 are composed of the hotels and the petrol stations. And again, we have managed to go for those who are still using plastics, especially at the marketplaces.
More than 60 students from humble backgrounds from Baringo County can now breathe a sigh of relief after the Ruth Kiptui High School management fundraised 1 million shillings. The move, spearheaded by the school's chief principal, Monica Buchichi, so parents, students, teachers, and local leaders contribute to the kitty, which will go a long way in seeing to it that the girls fulfill their academic aspirations without any hitch. Buchichi reaffirmed that they will carry on with the activity until a day when no single student from the school will be sent home to collect school fees.
Nimejifunza mambo mengi na nashukuru kwa maana nimekuwa mahali hapa. The basket nimejua ni every second week of the term. As your mother of the constituency, amtakosa kitu the second week kutoka mimi.
Ninashukuru sana kwa sababu ya wazazi wote ambao walikuja ili kuchangisha na kusaidia watoto ambao hawajiwezi. Tunajua kweli kuna watoto wanapitia shida kwa kusoma, lakini tukiwasaidia watakuwa watanawiri in future na watakuwa watu wa maana na watatusaidia. So nataka tu niwahimize tu mashule zingine tuige huu mfano, tukue hata tutengeneze siku ya kusaidia watoto ambao hawajiwezi kwa mashule zetu.
These are students who come from especially those war-torn areas. Areas like Loruk, Tiati. So what we do for these girls, we do all the shopping and then we raise school fees. We have been doing it with the teachers and our students. And so I decided to extend it to the mothers. And later on we shall be bringing on board everybody from the community and even the county as a whole.
And from Baringo County to the coastal region, where Mombasa residents are up in arms following a directive issued by the County Health Executive Swaba Ahmed, directing Mombasa Cement Company to cease and desist forthwith its philanthropic activities of paying medical and mortuary bills. According to the Voice of Mombasa Lobby Group Chair Ali Hamis Kitaka, the move has now created a major crisis in all the public hospitals in Mombasa. Kitaka further wondered why the county government wants to micromanage corporate social responsibility, CSR, of wealthy and influential Mombasa city-based businessman Hasmukh Patel. However, in a rejoinder, Governor Abdul Swamad Nasir insisted that his office was ready to offer support and work with donors, but there should, however, be a structured way of doing the same.
Hatukuambia mfadhili yoyote, tuliambia zile institutions zote ambazo kwamba ziko katika kaunti ya Mombasa ziko chini yetu, na si hizo peke yake, hata shule zetu za chekechea, hata zile social halls zetu. We cannot have a situation where kila mmoja anaamua kwenda kumfuata dona huyu na kwenda kumfuata dona huyu. Wewe mwenyewe kama gavana wa jiji la Mombasa, CEC is not aware. And all we said, kama kuna kitu fulani inahitajika, watu waseme, there's already a health task force report, kitu gani na gani inahitajika. When we want to implement that, ikiwa tutahitaji donors, let it be in a structured way.
Pesa ya Mombasa Cement inahusika vipi na county government? Kama leo Mombasa Cement yamezuiliwa, kesho kuna dona mwingine atatokea kweli? Kila mmoja ataanza kuogopa. Leo wamezuiliwa watu wasilipwe bili za hospitali. Leo watu wamezuiliwa wasitolewe hizi maiti zao hapa kulipiwa mochari. Kesho watamzuia Mombasa Cement kukosa kulipia watoto skuli.
Usipo withdraw hiyo directive na umpatie Mombasa Cement ule uwezo wa kusaidia hao wananchi, sisi tunakupatia ultimatum ya 1 week. Tutamobilize watu 10,000 Mombasa hii, tuje tufanya peaceful demonstration, tuzunguke ili pia sisi tuonyeshe ile ghadhabu yetu na directive ambazo hazina maana.
Garissa County Government, together with the State Department of Livestock Development, is expected to roll out a baseline data survey that will help in the development of the Kenya Livestock Master Plan, KLMP, in implementation of the livestock policy. To that effect, 203 enumerators from all 7 sub-counties have begun a training exercise that will help in the 15-day household data collection in the region starting next week. Speaking during the commencement of the training of the enumerators, County Executive Committee member for Agriculture and Livestock, Hassan Abdirizak, said the survey will enable the county government to align and direct resources to important issues. The Deputy Director for Veterinary Services in the State Department of Livestock, Dr. Jefferson Nthanga, added that they are keen on ensuring they collect real-time data for an evidence-based policy.
We gathered here today to launch the training of enumerators for the Livestock Master Plan. This is an important exercise which is so dear to us as a county. Over the last few years, over the last few decades, we were lacking a baseline information for our planning purposes. This will therefore help us to get a baseline information on specifically our livestock resource for our planning purposes, both at the county level and at the national level. Garissa is among the few counties that were actually selected as a pilot.
As a country, we are not having very accurate data on livestock, and we need to be able to get the baseline, to be able to bring out accurate data on livestock resources from the sub-county level. Then that data is aggregated and is passed on to the national server, which now, later on, will be validated using officers who are working with the county government.
And still in Garissa County, women in Garissa County are pushing for funding from both donor agencies and the county government to enable them independently deliver in their mandates. Speaking during a joint devolution program in Garissa Town, Chairperson Garissa Women MCA's Caucus, Katra Iman Sigat, urged the donor agency to promote youth engagement through sporting activities on radicalization of violence extremism in Garissa. On her part, Anna Mutavati from the UN Women urged the local community to consider women for elective positions. Mutavati argued that development can only be realized when women are empowered. This even as the Finland ambassador Anu Alunrantala pledged her country's support in women affairs in Garissa County.
Today, as we gather here, we are reminded of the indispensable role of collaboration with our donor partners. We recognize that we cannot fully achieve our goals and aspirations without your support. It takes 2 to tango.
And when we do social audits, we think, yeah, we have done. But until we bring prosperity to the people, until we bring governance to the people, until we bring services to the people, until we empower women economically, that they voice, that they are leading, until every child is in school and they realize their full potential, until we eradicate poverty, until we learn how to cope with what Mother Nature has dealt us with in this region, which is, you know, the arid nature of the region. So until we achieve all of that, our work is not yet done.
I'm asking the donors to support the women fraternity, women in the leadership. That is where my community is lacking behind. My community, we doesn't have much experience on leadership. We doesn't have much experience on legislatives. Even if you are being appointed to the institutions, still you doesn't have the capacity to be on the high table with the fellow men.
I think often when we talk about politics and representation, our mind is at the, you know,